you guys jumping over there and hitting that subscribe button. We're almost to 100 subscribers over there. It would be awesome if we can maybe hit that by the end of the show, or maybe by the end of the month. That would be even better. So thank you again for joining us all. I see some of the regulars in here: Speeds, Red Sox fan, Jody Mania, Barbaruski, Truth and Loyalty. Who else is Mechanics in here? Jeffrey Cross. Thank you guys for the super hearts as well, Juanito and Speeds. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, raw, clean sweep tonight. Although I'm sure a lot of people aren't too excited about that. So let's jump right into the pre-show match. I did not see this match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did not see the pre-show. Oh, well, actually, I caught I won't say I didn't see it. I didn't see the full match. I caught like the second half of the match. And
man,
very interesting to see that the Revival lasted as long as they did, specifically of how they've been booked as of late. They've been kind of the jokes on WWE Raw as of late. They've been also getting, I wouldn't say buried, but they're losing to tag teams such as the Lucha House Party. But we got them, Raw tag team versus the SmackDown Live tag team. I'll get more of your thoughts on this since I didn't really see much of the match. So what did you think, and what was your take out of the match?
Man, this match was freaking awesome. I mean, this match was the best Survival Series type match out of all of them. This match should have been on the main card because they went out there and killed it. These spots these guys were doing in this match were unbelievable. I mean, the suplex was cool to see. They suplex guys to the outside on top of guys, which we've seen it 100 times, but it's still fun to watch. The Shatter Machine from the freaking, when I think it was Woods or one of them who jumped off the top rope. It was somebody, I can't remember who. And then they got the Shatter Machine out of nowhere. That was awesome. I mean, there was just so many crazy spots in this match, and it was just this match. They did the New Day. I know there's a lot of other teams involved too, but the New Day and Usos do what they normally do. Is when they get put on a pre-show, you regret it because they stole the show out of the Survivor Series matches, in my opinion. This was the best match. It should have been on the main card. I mean, it was definitely better than the women's and definitely better than the 5-on-5 because these guys went out there. Yeah, because overall, what these guys were doing in this match is unbelievable. And the 5-on-5, don't get me wrong, was good, but it was predictable. We kind of all figured who was going to win. And how they did it.
Adam Awesome in the chat room says the Lucha House Party probably would have outlasted the Revival if it wasn't for Kalisto's injury. Yeah, I heard Kalisto got hurt during that match. Is that true?
Yeah, then they like switched it up, and Graves is making points like, well, why can't Sanity come in there and do what they want? You know, like, it was weird, but yeah. But this match, you might disagree with me, but I enjoyed this match the most out of those Survivor Series matches because this match is fun.
Okay.
And they definitely went out there and did what they usually do. These guys went out there and got about, 25 minutes almost, close to it, out there to go out there and just wrestle. So
I know the last 4 men left were the Usos and the Revival, so that's definitely a dream.
And that was fun, too. Yeah. I mean, that was fun seeing those 4.
I would love to see that match hopefully again happen in the future. I'm sure it will. Hopefully the Revival or maybe the
people
all into Smack. I heard a lot of people on Twitter when I was looking at it,
I was saying in our chat, yeah,
it was a sloppy match. Is that true?
It was sloppy. I didn't think it was that. I mean, I didn't really think it was that sloppy. I thought it was a fun match, the opener, the opening to the kickoff show and all that. But yeah, dude, what do people in the chat think if they've seen it? I don't know if anyone's seen it, but it was a really good match in my opinion.
No Effects was just saying every time they don't have a great lead up to a pay-per-view, the pay-per-view is great. Usually when Usos and New Day are on the pre-show, they usually kill it. Yeah, and the one thing I did not get, and well, they did mention it on the show, but if this was not going to count in the Raw versus SmackDown whole battle, then why even have the goddamn match?
Yeah, that's what pissed me off about it. Yeah.
I didn't understand that. They kept ignoring the match, acting like SmackDown didn't win at all, which they didn't.
Yeah, because even at the end tonight, they showed 6-0.
Yeah, and you would think that's... I just didn't understand that at all. I just didn't get that. But hey,
I didn't understand the point. Yeah. Yeah, but they killed it. Oh, go ahead.
Finish it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying they killed it, and maybe I'm one of the few who really enjoyed the match, but I did. I thought it was a really good match.
And I'm sure Speeds enjoyed it because the Revival lasted as long as they did. I'm sure a lot of us fans of the Revival thought they would be one of the first few that were going to be eliminated. I did throw up a little bit in my mouth. I'm not gonna lie when I saw the Revival do the glorious pose. That was a little bit sickening to me, but it is what it is. That's just me being a fan, and they're the badasses. They're not going to do no glorious pose. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's just move on to the Raw women's side of it. It was Raw versus SmackDown. The women's, we had what, Carmella. Well, let's get to the first. What happened at the beginning? Natalya, Ruby Riott got in a little bit of a scuffle before the show started. So what happens? Alexa Bliss kicks the two off the team and adds Sasha Banks and Bayley. Out of all the two women they could have added, it was just kind of odd to see that happen. I don't know why they did that specifically, but they did it. They added them to the Survivor Series match. What's up, Gary Lee? How you doing tonight, dude? What did you think about that?
I don't care. I like the truth thing on the SmackDown side when they introduced Mandy Rose. That was funny. That was a funny one. I'm sorry. He was doing that all night, and Vince must just love it, but I just think it was funny when Truth went in there and said, I'm on Team SmackDown.
Yeah, R-Truth was everywhere tonight on Survivor Series. He wasn't even on the main card, and he was spotlighted more than certain wrestlers on the show. I mean, he had a better Survivor Series than Samoa Joe. That's for sure. But let's get to this match. We had Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. Carmella, Naomi, and Mandy Rose was added in place of Charlotte because she was taking Becky Lynch's place in the Ronda Rousey match. Sonya Deville and Asuka taking on Team Raw. Everyone's favorite Nia Jax, Tamina, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Mickie James. Thank you, Jeffrey Cross, for the Super Hearts. Really do appreciate that. We are all kind of talking about it last night, wondering two things. One, the reaction Nia Jax was going to get, and two, how she was going to be booked. There's either I guess to find out how, if she had heat or not, is how she was going to be booked tonight. If she was one of the first ones to be eliminated, yeah, there's a little bit of heat, I guess you could assume, on Nia Jax, but she was the last woman standing. She got a pretty solid booze from the crowd tonight. She was definitely not a fan favorite at all. So WWE taking advantage of it, as they should, have Nia Jax go over. And I think as much as, a lot of people are going to hate it, and yes, Asuka was the last woman standing for Team SmackDown and gets defeated, it was the right move to do. It's playing off of, yes, Becky Lynch getting the shit knocked out of her. Yes, you want Nia Jax to get that heat because, to be honest with you, who's the top heel right now on Raw? Stephanie McMahon, as in a woman. There's not really a big heel on the women's side other than maybe Ruby Riott. So you got to run with it. Nia Jax is getting heat. Continue it, and this is another way for them to try to put over Ronda Rousey as well. So kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. But what did you think of the Team SmackDown Team Raw match?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, people who call them, this is the great heat they want, they're going to play. It's not really heat because they don't like her. It's heat because she ruined a match everyone wanted to see. That's what it is, and their kind of matches gloating. I don't think it's because they don't like her. I think it's more because of what she did. I don't think it's more or less. It's not really. It's not heat like, of course. I just insulted your town. I insulted your town. It's not.
That's how you get.
It's more like It's more like when Roman would get booed all the time. It's more like that kind of heat. Even though she did break Becky's face, to me it seems more or less like that kind of heat. Not because we really don't like you. I don't think it wasn't that. But yeah, of course they're gonna play off of it and try to get what they can out of it because it's getting loud reactions. So the best bet would have been to do, if you really don't like Nia Jax, don't say anything. Just don't respond at all. But we've seen how that worked with Roman, and people would still react, so that's what they did. But yeah, of course, Asuka lost, so hopefully she'll hop on a plane with Nakamura and go back to Japan.
I'll be breaking up a little bit there, Dave.
What was that?
I said you were breaking up there a little bit.
I said hopefully she'll catch a plane ride with Nakamura back to Japan.
Yeah, she. I don't know. It would have been cool to see maybe Asuka pick up the victory, and they did play up that she did win it last year for Team SmackDown, and she was a lone survivor. And crazy how things have changed a year from now. Not Asuka this time last year was undefeated heading into WrestleMania, or excuse me, Royal Rumble, to go on and win it. And now this year she's not even sure what she's doing, honestly. But yeah, I don't really mind that Nia Jax gets over. I know I saw a lot of people on Twitter, blah blah blah, Nia Jax. She's getting like threats from people.
Yeah, that's
That,
a little much.
just come on, man. It's you gotta tone it down a little bit when you talk about that side of it with Nia Jax. It's of course WWE is gonna play up to it. It's gonna work. The fans are gonna keep on booing her and keep on booing her because yeah, they're Becky Lynch fans and they ruined a match that, like you said, everybody wanted to see. But I thought the match was pretty entertaining for the most part. Red Sox fans said Sonya Deville did pretty good. He thought. What else? Showed a lot of upside. He said. I don't believe in rewarding bad behavior, says Blitzside. It was cool until Carmella started flossing. Yeah, we kind of had to expect the
Hey,
dance
what?
break.
No one wanted the dance break. I
Oh,
mean,
man, you gotta love it. Naya's face and heel turns are reviling, revealing Big Show, rivaling Big Show. Excuse me.
I
Yeah,
know she's up there. She's
yeah,
definitely. This isn't because of her weight. This isn't a weight job. I'm just saying the
yeah.
way she turns every. It's like just a month or so ago she was a face, and now she's a heel again.
Yeah. Let's say I hate
It's
to say
just
this, but I think we were going to see Nia versus Becky at Mania. That's also that's a good that's a good
yeah, because that
yeah, that's
Charlotte and Rousey match definitely might be happening now.
Mandy Rose got a lot into. Yeah, the I thought Mandy Rose to me tonight I think was definitely established that Mandy Rose is someone that they see something in
Yeah,
because
yeah. I
they've been
wonder what.
well, yeah, of course the assets she provides, but it seems like they're kind of high on her right now because with the kind of the feuding with Sonya and wanting to take her spot in Survivor Series to actually getting on the team this time, and she did pretty well for herself in the ring. I don't know if she's going to be winning the championship anytime soon, but it really does see that Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, at least they have something in line for them to. I wouldn't be shocked if those two women have a better feud than Sasha Banks and Bailey does.
You know what I'll say to that? Sonya Deville, yes, I agree. She has. I think Sonya was really good out there. But to me, Mandy Rose is exactly what the WWE is not trying to be. To me, she's the diva. You know, she's that. She's exactly what the WWE is trying to be: women's wrestling.
But
And
can't
when I
she?
see Mandy,
What if she's
go
a
ahead.
diva that can wrestle though? Because
But
what is the thing? Oh, if you're the divas couldn't wrestle, right? For the most part. But
what
what if
were the
she's
things though?
a diva that can wrestle?
But what were all the things that? Oh, look, it's another blonde. Vince loves blondes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And that's what they're gonna say if she's winning the title. It's because Vince loves the blondes and Vince thinks she's the hot stuff of the locker room and stuff like that. I can see it, but hey, if she earns it and shows that she's putting in the work in the ring, I don't see why not. I don't see why she can't get a legitimate shot at the SmackDown Live Championship if that ever happens, of course. So yeah, Raw takes the first victory of Survivor Series. So next we have the first ever match, which was Seth Rollins taking on Shinsuke, excuse me, Nakamura. I thought the match was really good. It started off kind of slow, and it really started picking up near the end. I said Nakamura was going to win last night. I was shocked to see Seth Rollins win cleanly, no interference, no Dean Ambrose involvement. We did get an announcement after the match that it will be Dean Ambrose taking on Seth Rollins at TLC for the IC Championship. No stipulation added quite yet. But what did you think of the one-on-one matchup between Seth Rollins and Nakamura? Did it live up to your expectations?
I mean, I don't know if it lived up to them or overexceeded them, but the match was because I really wasn't going into this pay per view like, man, Seth and Nakamura is going to be an awesome match. I can't. I mean, it was one of the ones, yeah, I was looking forward to, but it wasn't like over the top. And but yeah, I thought the match was good. I thought To me, I thought one of two things would happen. Nakamura's going to win and possibly stay in the WWE, or Nakamura's going to lose and then he's leaving. And that's what I think we're going to see. Nakamura is probably going to end up losing the U.S. title really soon, and then you're never going to see him on SmackDown again. That's what I think is probably going to happen. But yeah, I thought the match was good. I actually thought Nakamura was going to win for a minute when he hit King Sasha, or Sasha, however you say that thing. But
Uh,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, Speed says it perfectly. Nakamura is officially dead.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh, he's not dead, but his career
His
in WWE
career in
is.
WWE is pretty much dead, man. Like
I mean,
it's a shame.
they destroyed him. People blame him for the bad U.S. title run. I don't blame him. I blame the WWE because they did poor booking with him as champion.
Bliss, that is very true. Y'all realize the whole arena in Cali was shouting "Burn it down." Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Not good timing. Not good timing. That's for sure. But I
Oh
thought
yeah,
I thought the match was good. The Kinshasa. I was surprised Nakamura lost. To be real with you guys, like I honestly thought we would see some type of Ambrose appearance to, kind of distract Rollins and Nakamura picks up the win. But I thought the
yeah,
transition,
because
everything was pretty smooth and they looked good. And the stomp to win was nice. I thought that looked good as well.
what would this have done to Seth Rollins if he lost the match? Nothing. I mean, it kind of keeps hurting. If Nakamura wins, it's huge for him because it helps get him a lot more momentum, which he's had none and no rivalry at all, really, on SmackDown or nothing. And it just, I would not be surprised if AJ Styles does an open challenge or answers an open challenge and beats him for the U.S. title. I would not be surprised.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised there either. It's definitely a shame that Nakamura, since his run on the main roster, has just been a shame, and he's been treated. I mean, another guy who had a better night than Shinsuke Nakamura, Shane McMahon. That's another guy that had a better night than Shinsuke Nakamura,
Well,
even though it was a
Shinsuke at
pretty good
least had
match.
a, I would say Shinsuke at least had a better showing than Samoa Joe did.
That's true. That is very true. So now Raw is up 2, SmackDown to 0. Excuse me.
Get used to that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Shinsuke thing is done. You need Mike Skills to succeed or a Paul Heyman type. Yeah, Seth matches just feel the same to me. He does the same crap, says Red Sox
Yep.
fan. Oh
I,
boy. Oh
he's
boy.
overrated.
Oh boy. Overrated, says. Oh god. Oh boy. You're gonna have Texas Kid rumbling in his Crocs over there. Bizarre one. Better
He's going to
watch
jump
out.
into the Periscope chat now. I mean,
Shane Shane McMahon just posted on Twitter that things are going to change on SmackDown Live. Uh-oh.
did he say enough is enough and it's time for a change?
Oh, there we go. That would have been a lot better, Dave. I give you that. That was a good one. Next we had the SmackDown Live champions, the Bar, taking on the
Oh,
Raw Tag champions, AOP, in a pretty hard hitting match. The two
yeah.
things I did not think I was gonna say in this match was
Oh,
Enzo
my God.
appearing in the audience and Drake Maverick peeing himself.
That was so. They screwed that spot up so bad because he was trying to push the little gadget he had and it wouldn't work. You should notice that.
Yeah.
And nothing would work. And it looked like he was like literally dying. It wouldn't work when he's trying to sit there and do this thing, and it finally worked. But now they're gonna make a joke about him like that now. But now they're gonna turn Maverick into a joke. I'm sorry. Yes, this match is hard hitting, and but I just really couldn't get into the match. I really couldn't. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was the whole Enzo thing that kind of distracted a lot of people too. But I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it. And then he gets escorted out and tackles and all that.
I don't think WWE brought Enzo to the show. Why would they
I
do
mean,
that?
if this was a plant, we would have seen it on TV. They would have showed them on TV taking him out of the building. They would have said Enzo Amore is here.
And if you look at the clips, he wasn't taken down gently off that
Nope.
chair. They were pissed. They weren't happy by that Tyler Breeze lookalike, whoever that was, grabbed him, and it wasn't no, Bailey hug. This was get the fuck off those chairs. You're getting out of this arena now, type of thing. It was. I'm not sure what the hell Enzo Amore was thinking. Yes, I know I think an album's coming out soon for him and he wants to promote himself. And it was funny because I'm looking right during the Nakamura and Rollins match, and I see this guy wearing a jacket and he has this thing all hooded up. And I'm looking, and they get a real nice kind of close up view of the crowd. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, that's Enzo Amore. What the fuck is he doing? And I'm thinking maybe he's going to get involved in the 205 Live match. Maybe he gets involved, comes from the crowd. Maybe this is where WWE's bringing him back in. No, he went in full on himself. He did his whole WWE introduction standing on top of a chair. And I guess he did what his plan was. It has everybody talking about him. So if you go and check on his Instagram, he's touching on it. So he's I don't know if he's over. It was just
a publicity stunt to get noticed and get people talking about him. But
right.
Like we said, if this was a WWE plan, they would have showed him on camera. And they would have thought, oh, what's he doing here type thing. You know, that's what they would have done.
Yeah, so I know Enzo's saying that his wrestling career is officially done, that he's retired from wrestling. He's definitely not going back to the WWE anytime soon. At least I don't.
You said he has a record. I heard he has a song. People are saying it has about Liv Morgan and all that. So I mean,
Yeah, fans
that's what he was doing.
like crazy now. Former wrestlers do it. Yeah, fuck yeah. That to me, what is the point of that? What do you get out of that, Enzo? A couple of more followers, a couple of more people may check out your music.
He's trending on Twitter. That's what, and people are talking about him. That's why he did it.
Yeah, he definitely screwed himself over ever coming back with the WWE. You know, I don't think he will ever be welcomed back pulling something like that. That was just kind of shameful. Enzo never had a wrestling career. Damn, Enzo has got to promote his music career. Yes, that is very true. Whatever music career he does have. All right. So next we had Cruiserweight Championship match, which was the 205 Live match. Buddy Murphy taking on Mustafa Ali. A pretty entertaining match. Buddy Murphy retains the championship. Crowd was pretty into it as well, so that's a good sign. What did you think of the match and the outcome? I think we both had Buddy Murphy retaining the championship. What did you think of the Cruiserweight Championship match?
I better watch what I say, otherwise someone will tweet me about saying how I put this match. Okay, I thought the match was fantastic. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a waste of a match and a meaningless match or a meaningless show on 205 Live. I think the guys who go out there and bust their ass. And what better story do you really need? If you watch the show, they have been building a story to this match. How, like, he won a match to get the title match shot. And that's your story. How many times have we seen that done? Numerous times in wrestling. You win a number one contenders match, you get your shot. How is that a pointless match? I don't understand that. But whatever. I thought the match was good. I enjoyed it. And that surprised Murphy won.
Red Sox fan, no, he didn't. Yeah, they have storylines on the show, and if you don't like the show, then don't watch it. I don't get that. You know, as much as people say that, you know, we hate on certain shows, don't watch it. If you don't like 205 Live, it's not your cup of tea, then don't watch the damn show. If you're not invested in it, don't watch the damn show. If you think it's full of jobbers, don't watch the show. They go out there and bust their ass every damn week, put on pretty damn entertaining shows, and if you don't watch it, then don't. I thought tonight they displayed 205 Live very good. Is there guys that are must watch on 205 Live? Not at the moment, no. But here I'm trying to say, hey, let's put some credible guys on 205 Live. And what's that? Oh, no, don't put them on 205 Live. Oh, that's a downgrade. Yada, yada, yada. Then how do you want 205 Live to get better? If you want it to get better and succeed, some of these guys that don't do shit on rosters, like a Finn Balor, shit, if you want to even throw Rey Mysterio, I don't fucking care. You have to have them in there to make the show, you know, have some fans invested into it. And a lot of people don't know who Buddy Murphy is or Mustafa Ali, and they're missing out. They truly are. Let's see.
There's a lot of good wrestlers on there. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on there. I mean, if you want to say you don't like the show, fine. But to say those guys aren't out there wrestling and putting on some really good matches and you're not watching it because they're out there getting 15 to 20 minutes for a match, and you don't get that on Raw and SmackDown hardly.
Right,
Well,
and if
people
you
would say
want
the same thing about Raw and SmackDown. I mean,
to,
but a lot of their shit is pointless and meaningless. When they do week to week, it does nothing to further any story along.
but yeah, that speeds, bitch. Another bad news: AJ Styles 365 is being narrated by Michael Rappaport. What? That fucking cat, man. That video by Michael Rappaport was great, though. If you haven't seen that with the cat, you gotta go check that out. But anyways, yeah, 205 Live, they've been putting on some pretty good stuff. But like I said, if you want it to be must see, you're gonna have to put guys on that show that you wouldn't probably want to see on that show, like a Finn Balor, like a Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, a Johnny Gargano. The list goes on and on. You know what I mean?
You could say the same thing about NXT when that show first started, when it wasn't even coming on nothing but down south in Florida. I mean, there wasn't a lot of stuff going on there, but they started to slowly build it up and build it up to what it is now. I mean, 205 Live has only been running for a little over a year.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, hey, drop everything what you're doing and check out every 205 Live every week. No. I'm just saying since the change to Vince Triple H, to me 205 Live, why did you mute No Effects fan? Thank you. I think that the show has been greatly better in every aspect of the show. So it is what it is. Check
Yeah,
it
if you
out if you
enjoy
want.
wrestling, yeah, if you're not Texas Kid for life and you enjoy if you enjoy more wrestling than anything, actual guys going in there and putting on good matches, then you'll enjoy it. If you don't watch it.
See, I don't know what No Effects said now because you freaking muted him. I don't know what he said. But yeah, thank you for unmuting him. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those fat fingers of yours, Red Sox fan. You be muting people on accident, and then I get the backlash of it. So chill out, Mr. Red Sox fan. I know your team won the World Series there, but just relax, take a seat.
If
Appreciate
you
you.
want to mute someone, mute Texas Kid.
No, Bizarre One, calm down. Calm down now, Bizarre One. Chill out. We Texas Kid, he's been a loyal supporter for the last couple of years now. So let's just
Tony, it won't matter. It won't matter. He's gonna mute him and then he's gonna come back as Robert Johnson or Kenny Omega #1 fan.
I blocked that one. I blocked that one. I blocked that one. That was funny. Yeah, if you guys quick little history note, we blocked Texas Kid for Life, I think a week one time from the show. And he came back. I think the two shows that we did under, troll screen names, it was great stuff. It was pretty funny. Also, big news coming out of Survivor Series is a promo for Lars Sullivan. So Lars Sullivan will be coming to the main roster. They haven't clarified which roster he'll be coming to.
Probably SmackDown, I would hope.
Thoughts on Lars Sullivan making the leap to the main roster?
Kind of surprised because it's like, out of all the guys in NXT you have to bring up, you choose him this quickly. Is this going to be too soon? We'll see. But to me, you already got a beast or a monster on Raw. Why not put him on SmackDown?
Yeah, he would make sense to go on SmackDown Live. They don't have that monster, like you said, on SmackDown Live. Unless you want to call Killian Dane one of the monsters, that would be interesting. Maybe I wonder if they put it. Do you think they would go the route of putting him with Sanity?
Lars, I mean, maybe. I mean, but I think you really want to. If Nakamura really is leaving and he's gone, have Lars come out and answer the U.S. Open Challenge and take the title from him.
And to me, Lars is not your typical big man. He can actually, the way he looks, you don't really think that he can go the way he does in the ring. At least that's my opinion on him. He looks like he would be kind of like that slow big man, can't really do that much stuff in the ring. He's kind of limited, but he's not bad. But man, when he's in that ring, he can pretty much put a match on with anybody.
Yeah, I agree. Lars is fun. If people don't know who he is, he's a beast. He almost looks like Hellboy. I mean, the dude, he's fun to watch. So, I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. So, good for him. I'm glad he's getting the shot to get called up. So, that's fun.
Nakamura isn't officially leaving, but I mean, if you can kind of see the way that he was getting booked, his contract is up at the end of January, I believe. A lot of speculation is that he's not
Oh,
going to
so no
be
Wrestle Kingdom.
with the WWE. So definitely could have used him tonight against Strowman. Yeah, that would have been like I thought maybe if that would have been cool to kind of maybe bring him in that way. But Lars injuries are a concern. He's an elegant big man. That's a good way of putting it. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's a good way of putting that. You know, guys saying Lars is going to SmackDown, but knowing WWE, he will go to Raw. Yeah,
Yeah.
and be fed to Strowman and lose probably. That would be a shame. But
That would have been a perfect McMahon thing to do, a McMahonism, I guess, to do. Shane McMahon, well, I'm going to take myself out of this match, and my replacement is Lars Sullivan. How cool would that have been?
I would have enjoyed that a lot. One more quick little plug. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We are Get the Tables podcast. Since we have about 36 viewers in here, I just want to say thank you again for joining us. We are live every Tuesdays and Saturdays. This week we were live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just because of War Games and Survivor Series, and we had a prediction show on Friday, which we're usually not live on, but we do appreciate everybody who popped in Friday and Saturday and who was with us on this late evening talking Survivor Series with us after a 6-hour show. If you watch the 2-hour pre-show, and then
I hope everyone loves. I was going to say really quick, I hope everyone loves LA because 2 more nights of it.
Yeah, we get LA tomorrow night, and it's got to be weird that those shows end so early in LA. I mean, it must be nice, I should say, that these shows end so early.
Yeah, can you imagine that? I mean, look at what we're doing right now. It's what, like 8 o'clock?
It's 8 o'clock there, and it's almost midnight on the East Coast. That's just
I mean, look at that. How great would that be? You go to a wrestling show.
The wrestlers too.
But just about going there. Say you're at the show tonight. You're leaving at 8 o'clock. I mean, how great is that?
I was going to touch on that, BJ, just next. How tall, how y'all feel about a Lars Sullivan versus Samoa Joe rivalry on SmackDown Live? I would love it, but I don't want. I'm tired of seeing Samoa Joe lose. And well, let's talk about Samoa Joe, shall we?
Oh, are we on that match? Okay.
Yes, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Live. If you guys have forgot who were in the match, I'll give you guys all.
Who cares?
We have Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Braun Strowman, and Finn Balor, with Constable Corbin at ringside. We also had on the SmackDown. Oh, and Leo Rush. I can't forget about the Man of the Hour. On SmackDown Live, we had The Miz, Shane McMahon, best in the world, Shane McMahon, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, and Rey Mysterio. So first off, we had Drew McIntyre take on Samoa Joe. And I'm thinking, okay. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, Drew's gone.
I'm forgetting that, some of these matches that we're going to get on this 5-on-5 is matches that we probably would never ever see. And I'm thinking, okay, let's do this. And 1, 2, 3, Samoa Joe is done just like that. Before I could even blink and take a drink of my water, Samoa Joe was eliminated from Survivor Series.
But before that part, Joe was getting his, what is it called? I can't remember how to pronounce it. It's some clutch or whatever you want to call it, sleeper basically. But I mean, it looks like, oh shit, he's about to eliminate Drew McIntyre. Because it looks like he was about to make him tap out, and then we get Claymore match over. Bye, Joe. And I agree with the crowd. The crowd was like, bullshit.
They chanted bullshit after Samoa Joe was the first one eliminated. I'm not sure if he's battling injuries or what the fuck is going on, but to have Samoa Joe be the first one eliminated and having this certain someone be the last one eliminated is just a complete crock of shit. It's something that I didn't really want to bash too much on Survivor Series because overall I thought Survivor Series was a pretty damn good show. But why do you book Shane McMahon, and this is going to sound silly, to actually look like the best in the world? Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. Just how the whole show was booked, in my opinion, just because, not how the whole thing was booked, but to have, spoiler alert, if you're in here, you should already know this, but, I mean, they don't count. They even said it on the commentary. Oh, we don't count SmackDown's win on the pre-show. All we count is the wins on the actual show. So 6-0. You have Raw win all 6. Well, having SmackDown win one freaking match. If they were going to lose this match right here, fine. Why can't you have Nakamura or the Bar winning their matches? If you're going to already have SmackDown losing basically all the matches anyway, why couldn't you have Nakamura get the win? Because you already did a clean sweep before we even got to the main event. It was already over.
I just didn't get the booking of Shane McMahon. I thought the
I
match
agree with that.
itself was entertaining. I actually really enjoyed this match. I thought it was better than last year's men's elimination match. I just didn't care for the way they booked Shane McMahon. They have this guy doing the coast to coast. They have him be the last one eliminated, and I'm thinking, you gotta be fucking kidding me. If Shane McMahon somehow steals this win over Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman.
Oh, come on. There's no way he was doing that. I mean, it was obvious there's no way he was going to win that.
For a minute there, you could not tell me Braun Strowman, you didn't think Braun Strowman was going to screw over Baron Corbin and walk.
Oh, yeah, I could see that, but once he started limiting everyone by himself, if they were going to do like where Drew McIntyre tagged himself in and then Strowman laid them all out, fine. But once it got to the point where it's like him and Strowman going out, there was no way Shane was going to beat Strowman. I mean, there was no way. And then it just got to the point where it's like the way they did this whole show with Raw winning every single match was pointless. The only way I can think they do something is like what Shane tweeted out. If he goes crying to Vince like this isn't fair. Like they got all the top stars. We're getting all the leftovers.
McMahon, damn it. We got to have him do the elbow drop through the table. We have to have him do 10 coast to coast. And then to make him look super strong. Mention that he's the best in the world 15 times. Like, man. I for the most part, I thought the show flowed pretty well. I thought the show was pretty good. But the booking of Shane McMahon made to me no sense. What does that do for Shane McMahon?
It gets him over.
For what? Why?
Because he's gonna turn. We all know he's gonna turn into just like Stephanie. He's gonna turn into a heel boss, and that's what they're trying to build.
That's for business.
Yep, that's for business.
That's probably true. I didn't even realize that Shane McMahon has been on the last 3 Survivor Series in a row on Team SmackDown Live. 3 years in a row. Like, crazy. That's just insane to me. But let's go to the chat room real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt anybody if I did. Shane, the Red Sox fan I thought Daniel Bryan was going to beat Brock after the low. Oh, man, we're going to touch on that. Yeah. Speaking of Dolph, you stole P.S. Hayes' clothes. We need Brock versus Bobby. Oh, man, we've talked about that many times on this show. That made no sense either. Why put Braun through a table when he wasn't even the legal man? Thought he was going to cost him his team due to all the Shane Hill talk. Yeah, I thought either Shane is a backyard wrestler whose daddy just happens to own the biggest wrestling company in the world. Ching! Speeds nails it on the head right there. I just didn't get.
To be fair, Shane didn't just get given a spot. So here, you're a wrestler. I've heard the stories where Shane had to start on the ring crew and then even a referee matches. I don't
think he means it now. I think he means more of it now because there's no reason for Shane to be pushed. Back in the day, Shane, there was at least some kind of storylines around Shane McMahon.
No, I meant stuff like behind the scenes. Shane was even helped put into the ring. He wasn't just given his spot.
Man, just came back from TV.
Yeah, but what did everyone want? When he first came back in that Detroit show, I think it was after WrestleMania, before WrestleMania, whatever it was. Yeah, it was before because then they set up a match for him and Undertaker. But everyone was like, oh, man, Shane's back. Cool. He hasn't been here in like 4 or 5 years. Everyone's happy to see him back now that he's on TV a lot and wrestling in matches. People are mad about it.
If they knew the booking that Shane McMahon was going to get, I don't think they would want Shane McMahon back. This booking of Shane McMahon makes absolutely no fucking sense. It doesn't. If they're going to make a change on Tuesday, I can get it that maybe Shane McMahon's going to be like, you know what? It's kind of sad that I'm here. I'm a manager and I'm outlasting everyone in the match. Things got to change and maybe we see a heel turn from Shane McMahon. Sure, I can get that. But to have him look so strong in that match, to me, was just kind of a little bit over the top. But overall, that the
I
match
think they should open up like a trade thing. Like before we get another draft, why not open up like a trade? Say, hey, you're all being traded to Raw or something like that. You're going to 205 Live. You're gone or something like that.
I mean, I tweeted out. Can't wait to see Ray versus Finn Balor on the future 205 Live episode, and man, people ate that up. So it's true,
Hey,
man. We
that was
might.
cool though. That was kind of a cool little moment right there. I like that.
How cool
And
was
the
it to see
whole
Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio in that match? It was pretty cool. You can't
yeah, but it
lie.
was
That
weird
was a
because
nice.
I think a lot of us watching this actually thought Raw was going to lose simply because of the whole Baron Corbin situation out there and how everything was so hostile throughout the whole match. They're all fighting each other in the middle of the match. So it seemed like SmackDown was the more team. And who knows? I mean, maybe they'll do a thing where, like, if Daniel Bryan was on the team, we would have won. Type thing.
Because you're thinking of the whole Shane and Daniel Bryan 10.
I think they're going to do something. I think they're going to do something with those two.
All right, I got you. So, Team Raw picks up the win. Lashley, McIntyre, and Strowman are the last three men remaining. And then after the match, we get Baron Corbin attacking Strowman because now the stipulation has lifted, everybody. He has allowed to touch Baron Corbin, so he tries to take
TLC.
on Braun Strowman. Yeah, we talked about Enzo Amore on probably Tuesday night show. I'll probably have more of clips up and maybe a picture of him. But I mean, does Enzo Amore really need to be talked about? He's done with wrestling, folks.
No.
Wrestling fans shouldn't even really be talking about him. He's all about
CM Punk is done. CM Punk's done with wrestling too, and everyone still talks about him.
Yeah, he's all about his music now, so I don't think it really matters. All right, everybody, let's get to the main two matches.
Oh, okay.
We got two matches left, and this one was kind of a shocker, not because of the match itself, but what the hell happened afterwards, and that is the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey taking on Charlotte Flair. Everyone knows the whole background of this match. Just in case you don't remember or you're just new to the show, again, thank you for joining us. It was originally supposed to be Ronda Rousey taking on Becky Lynch, but on Monday night, Nia Jax accidentally co-clocked Becky Lynch in the nose, broke her nose, and she was not able to perform tonight. So, in that, Becky Lynch picked Charlotte Flair to take her place. So tonight, instead of Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, we had Ronda Rousey taking on Charlotte Flair. And I thought for the most part, as much gripe and negativity that we give Ronda Rousey on a pretty much weekly basis for the most part, we've been thinking, kind of cringeworthy on the mic and stuff like that. I thought she did pretty well. Actually, I want to say she did really good in this match. I thought the was pretty good.
She was in there with someone who's pretty damn good too in the ring.
Oh, right. I can't deny that, Charlotte Flair is one of the best women wrestlers that the WWE have. And I can't deny that if this could have been anybody else, it may not have been as good as a match as it was. But you cannot deny Ronda's match tonight. It was a pretty good match. But what happened after the match was kind of the head scratcher. And that was when Charlotte Flair is outside the ring and Ronda Rousey is kind of fed up and she's going after her. That's when we saw the biggest what the fuck. And that's when Charlotte Flair just starts attacking Ronda Rousey with the kendo stick. And I mean, these kendo sticks were shots are pretty stiff. It was definitely a meltdown, like Steve said. Charlotte meltdown would have been okay if we hadn't just seen it with Becky Lynch. Okay, I feel you on that. She just broke down. I had a mental breakdown and just started beating the living hell out of Ronda Rousey with the kendo stick.
Now, did you notice that when she was out there and she rolled out of the ring and she said she looked around crying, she's like, "I can't do it." And then it's
I did not.
Yeah, she said, "I can't do it," and it's like all of a sudden Charlotte Flair turned into David Flair, and it was like, I can't take credit for that because someone tweeted that out and said like, "Oh, Charlotte just channeled David Flair." I mean, that's what it looked like. You think about it, she went all nuts and crazy, and that's what she looked like.
Yeah, she just went insane, man. The only thing that I did not care for is that Ronda Rousey got up after that whole chair shot. Like the chair, putting her in between the chair and stepping on it. That should have been Ronda being taken out on a stretcher. Not
Yes, I
Ronda,
agree.
trying to, I
Walk
don't need
out.
help walking out there by herself. But
Yeah,
I
because
enjoyed
when they
it
did that
for
before,
the most part.
you're walking out. I mean, when Stone Cold would Pillmanize somebody, Brian Pillman, he didn't walk out. You
Right.
know, I mean, it's just stupid stuff like that. One thing I thought was really funny and kind of like, really, you don't know what you're doing. She couldn't figure out how to put the chair around her neck. If you
Yeah,
remember that, she's trying to put it around her neck and she has it the wrong way.
I'm not a Ronda fan, but I thought the fans were disrespectful to her for booing her for no reason. It's gonna happen, DX. You got
No
it.
reason.
It. They don't like Ronda. They don't. They're gonna just gonna boo her for no reason. What's the reason for her to be booed?
Yeah, because they don't like her. I mean, seriously. I mean, why does it matter? I mean, we're on a stage.
I mean, what about the "you deserve it" chance? Was that okay?
I mean, who cares? It's wrestling. If you don't like it,
Yeah,
get a different
true.
job. The fans pay their tickets. They can. I hate to see them Punk chants, but if they want to chant it, go ahead. But there's nothing you can do about it. Just did Roman Reigns ever deserve all those boos and the "fu Roman" stuff? No, but they paid their tickets. They can say what they want. I mean, when you go to LA, this was a pretty hot
Okay.
wrestling crowd, and that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get fans who are gonna go against the grain. And what did they give us? They gave us an Attitude Era esque little story right there, where you had Charlotte just snap and beat the holy hell out of Ronda with weapons. Fans love that kind of hardcore s wrestling, where she just snapped. You don't see that every week. So I
Here's
mean,
here's my
go
thing.
ahead.
Oh, it is backwards. I didn't even notice that the graphic on the Ronda Rousey Charlotte was backwards. Good eye there, architect. I just don't get the WWE audience because to me, it's all about flavor of the month. How long do you think Becky Lynch is going to have this type of run? How long do you think the fans are going to be into Becky Lynch until they do a little flip flop and start booing her when the next flavor of the month gets called up, or someone that they like is finally getting booked better? That's my question.
I
Say
think you
Bailey
get
gets
those
moved
smart
to
fans.
SmackDown
Go ahead.
Live, and say Bailey gets moved to SmackDown Live, and she gets booked a hell of a lot better than she is now, and we get this different side of Bailey. How do you know that fans won't just quickly turn on Becky and be all about Bailey? That's
It's
the
a
thing.
big difference, I think, because Ronda Rousey, like a lot of people started doing during when she was shooting with Becky on these promos back and forth, they were booing Ronda a little bit too because they were chanting for Becky. Because they realized that a lot of these smart fans and fans who are hardcore wrestling fans, Ronda was just given her opportunity in WWE. These other people weren't just given it; they had to work for it. Ronda didn't.
How long is Becky out? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long she is out. I would assume she's supposed to wrestle at TLC. You're 100% right, Tony. 6 months from now, Becky won't mean shit to some. Yeah, to these same. I absolutely agree. I hope. And to me, honestly, this what happened tonight. Thank you for the super hearts. To me, not having Charlotte be pinned is WWE is still in the mix of having Charlotte versus Ronda at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree, and I think they're going to do Becky versus Nia Jax.
Oh, architect, you're a good one, my friend.
Or was this a way to set up possibly the Four Horsewomen versus the Four Horsewomen?
Yeah, if that was gonna happen, you would have thought maybe we would have saw a 4 put up by Charlotte,
Oh,
or if
okay.
Shayna, like, why didn't Shayna come down, or someone from the Four Horsewomen coming down? I thought that would have been perfect. To me, I thought Charlotte did mention during the day that about the Four Horsewomen and that it was earned and that they just can't be doing that. They just can't be throwing the Four Horsewomen that around and stuff like that. And I was like, is maybe that why she snapped? Is because of what Ronda Rousey's been calling themselves as the Four Horsewomen? I just didn't get that. I'm curious to find out what was the reason behind it. If we have to wait till SmackDown Live, I'm definitely going to check that out for that certain reason. I'm more convinced now than ever that Becky injury is a work. Oh, I don't know. That's
Becky's injuries are worse. Her broken nose is a work.
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think Shayna was at Disneyland with the Garganos. Hey, she might disagree, Tony. People were behind D. Bryan for months, never turned on him
Yep,
before. Yeah, but D. Bryan
yep.
is a totally different situation. Totally different situation, though. Like, Daniel
Okay.
Bryan brought us to some type of emotional roller coaster that I don't think WWE fans have had in quite some time.
No, even
What?
before that though, before that whole thing, they turned him face and gave him the title. He had fans behind him. Like it all started. We're not trying to make this a D. Bryan show, but it started back with the whole when he lost in 15 seconds. That's when fans got pissed off and started kind of hijacking the show. Even that pay per view. I mean, that's when it happened. There's people are still when that Yes thing started, way before the whole thing with that. Even at live events, it started picking up when he would come out doing the Yes stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Well, I don't think this is a flavor of the month with Becky. I just think people are starting to really get behind her now because she wasn't supposed to be in the spot she's in. Kind of similar to how Daniel Bryan was. That's why I can see that. But I think fans have been behind her, but not as vocally as they are now.
Okay, fair point. Let's see in the chat. Speeds guys have wrestled with broken noses a lot. No way that keeps her out of the match. Okay, that's a
But
fair
she
point.
also had a concussion too.
Yeah, that's true. She has a lot of concussion. Um, who effed up Ronda worse, Holly Holm or the kendo stick? The kid. Oh, I don't know, man. That's pretty tough. That kendo stick made some marks on her, dude. And then also you get Charlotte accidentally elbowing her in the mouth and busting Ronda open. So Becky was out because of the concussion, not the broken nose. That's what I think. She was
Yeah.
out concussion more than the broken nose because I think if seeing how Becky has been talking, I would have assumed she would have wrestled with the broken nose if she could have. Um, she would have masked that big old thing over the face. So I don't see how that couldn't have happened. But yeah, it is what it is. WWE says she had a concussion. They would make up that as a work. Come on, fellas. I understand. I see your point. I see your point that maybe they made the injury worse than it is. But I don't know. We got to see
They're
how
not
long
taking no
Becky Lynch is
chances.
actually. Yeah, they're not. I'm curious to see how actually long Becky Lynch is actually out of the ring. That's going to be the interesting part on it, and that's why I think, yeah, unsafe worker, Charlotte, unsafe worker. Everybody start like hating her now, golly. So Charlotte is a heel now. I think so. I think so.
You think?
Yeah, I think she's a
I
heel now.
mean, was it the chair around the throat or the kendo stick?
Right. That was just insane. The ending of that, but I
I
honestly
enjoyed
think
it.
they.
I mean,
I honestly,
you
what
know,
I think it's their way of keeping it open for Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania.
yeah,
That's
I
my
mean, you
opinion
know
on it.
what? A lot of people could bitch and moan about, oh, we had no finish and it was champion. Suppose it wasn't really champion versus champion. And who's to say that this wasn't going to be the finish for Becky and Ronda? You know, I mean, it could have very well been this, and that's they just wanted to keep going with it. And maybe now you have heel Becky and heel Charlotte possibly as a team now.
Yeah, and the thing is, Nia Jax got so much shit for the accidental punch, and
Yeah,
now
but
here we go.
Charlotte didn't break her
I'm not
nose.
saying that she's in no, no, no. I'm not even trying to compare it, but I'm just
Oh, okay.
surprised that nobody said anything about it. Like, oh, any backlash for Charlotte over that
Because it looked,
accidental.
and to me, it looked accidental anyway. I mean, Nia Jax's punch did not look, even though it probably was. When you look at it, it looks like she just swung back and just punched her. That's what it looked like.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the Nia Jax was a whole lot worse, and it affected a lot of more people than this elbow to Ronda's face. But hey, it made it more, I guess, more brutal.
Yeah,
The
you had
mouth
blood in the match. I mean,
bleeding with the
who
kendo
doesn't
stick.
like yeah, who doesn't like to see
Beating
blood?
up Ronda with the kendo stick seems like a Becky's mo. Yeah, that's true. So who is in line for a women's title shot on SmackDown now? That's a good question. I mean, they're gonna have to address that on
Charlotte
Tuesday
again.
night. So who is the top babyface in the women's division on SmackDown besides Asuka?
think that's it.
Charlotte has dropped sauce on her head on numerous occasions, but she's hotter than Nia. So yeah, yeah. Charlotte's perfect either. She's
Yeah, Charlotte's done some stuff. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not. We're not saying she's perfect. I mean, mistakes happen in the ring, but when I don't want to get in this whole debate about Nia's, but it just looked the look of what Nia did just
worse
looked more
in
brutal.
yeah, it just looked worse. Naomi, no, I know, not Naomi, definitely not.
Naomi.
Charlotte might not be healed like Gargano said. Good people do bad things sometimes. Look at Brandon Coutinho. Look at you. Like that's true. She just kind of. We'll find out on Tuesday. Everybody.
Okay, if she shows up, I'm gonna say I am right. If Charlotte shows up on SmackDown with a crowbar, then I'm gonna say David Flair.
Charlotte's moonsaults have their faults. Absolutely, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
They also look good too, though. I'm just saying her moonsault looked freaking awesome, in my opinion. I don't think they look bad.
Top female face right now is R-Truth. Yeah. Yeah, right. He's boosted up that women's division on SmackDown Live. All right. So let's get to
the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, the main event. WWE champion, Daniel Bryan, Universal champion, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles loses his title Tuesday night. They switcheroo it, have Daniel Bryan go into Survivor Series to take on Brock Lesnar. And wow, what a match, man. At first, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what the hell are they doing? We got this match instead of AJ Styles versus Brock. We're just going to see a what I wouldn't say squash.
It looked like it.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it was one-sided. I mean, it was looking like it was going to be a one-sided match, and Daniel Bryan's just going to get killed by suplexes.
And then things took a turn, and boy, did it get good after that turn. And that was when Brock Lesnar was going to try to F5 Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, I guess, reverses it, but hits the ref. Hits Brock Lesnar with the low blow and does the flying knee. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to see Daniel Bryan win. But no, Brock Lesnar kicks out. And then that's when the match officially started. And Daniel Bryan was giving it to Brock. Some stiff shots, too. And I enjoyed this match. I was scared for a minute that Brock Lesnar was going to kill Daniel Bryan at one point, but he didn't. He took good care of Daniel Bryan in that ring.
Yeah,
and for the most part, I thought this match was fantastic. I enjoyed it, every minute of it. Maybe not the beginning of it so much, but after that referee got hit and all that, the match was just good after that. I really enjoyed it. Of course, Brock Lesnar ends up winning. Daniel Bryan goes down, and Raw dominates Survivor Series 6-0 to defeat the SmackDown Live brand tonight. But what did you think of the main event?
I loved it. And one thing Daniel Bryan has over AJ Styles, he's main evented more than him this year. But, I mean, man, this match, like you said, it was looking bad. Like, oh, great. Same old shit. Brock is going to suplex him to death and then beat him. And then we got that. Everyone, I don't care who you are, everyone thought Daniel Bryan was about to beat Brock Lesnar with that low blow. Everyone thought it was over. And then Brock, I think you credit Brock too, because people are always saying, oh, Brock doesn't sell, he doesn't do nothing. He sold like crazy for Daniel Bryan tonight. Mm-hmm. I mean, Daniel Bryan had a great, everyone believed he was going to beat him. I mean, this match was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed this match. This match was awesome. And one thing I want to talk about that I really thought was kind of interesting is when Brock did win and the match is over, and there was some great stuff in this match. At the very end of the match, when Brock was just looking at Daniel Bryan, it's like, it was almost like he had that kind of like respect for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, because Daniel Bryan took a beating. And, for that, man, imagine if he would have beat Brock with the low blow sequence. That would have been insane. The crowd would have went bonkers. But the match I thought was good. Like you said, Brock Lesnar sold his ass off tonight.
Yeah,
and I believe why to me, I just want to say this. To me, how we felt tonight is why Brock's the champ. When we get guys that take Brock to his limit, and we might see Brock actually lose, and then he, obviously pulls it off, but it's that on the nightly basis, you might see Brock lose, and you're at the edge of your seat not knowing if it could happen. And tonight, for a minute there, it almost did.
Yeah, and they had us believing, at least me anyway, Brock's gonna tap out. I mean, I actually believed he was about to tap out. I was like, holy shit, Daniel Bryan's gonna make Brock Lesnar tap out. And I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, I really am, but that's Brock's quota. One good match a year. That's all he does. So good luck for another good. I mean, last year everyone was raving about Brock putting on a good match with AJ Styles, and now this year at Survivor Series with Daniel Bryan. So Brock met his quota. He, I mean, one good match a year. So if he's still around next November, he'll get another good match. But
Now,
man,
I know the two matches were completely different, but what did you think was what match do you think was better? The
from
2017 AJ Styles Brock or 2018 Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar?
I gotta maybe I'm gonna kind of it just happened, but I'm gonna say this match in
Oh,
my
you're breaking
opinion
up bad,
because
Dave.
this. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was maybe it's because it happened last year, but I'm gonna say this match right here tonight was better.
What about you guys in the chat room? What match do you guys think was better? AJ Styles Brock or Daniel Bryan Brock? I mean, I don't know. AJ Styles and Brock to me was better, but I really enjoyed this match. I can't say that, it was 10 times better than this match or whatever, but I thought this match was really good.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you believe at any point AJ Styles was gonna beat Brock Lesnar last year?
I can't remember. I can't be 100%
Well,
honest with you.
see, to
If
me,
I
I
said
always
no
thought
or yes, I'd be lying with you.
okay, well, fine. But to me, it's like we and during this match, we actually, at least I did anyway. I actually thought Daniel Bryan was going to win the match, and I was like shocked by that because it was like to me, this reminded me of the old Daniel Bryan right here. This match did because he pulled you into the match, and you go on that ride with Daniel Bryan, like even though he's playing the heel up right now but you still went on that ride with him again. It's like, man, he pulled you into the match. You were behind him, wanting him to do it, and that's what it got from me, and that's
Oh,
what it did for me.
hey,
You
I
know,
believe Ella Chick was at Survivor Series tonight. So if she has any comments on what she thought of the show, I would love to hear what you thought of the show since you were there live at Survivor Series. I think I remember you saying that you were going to the event. The Rousey Charlotte picture is backwards. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I put the wrong picture. Brian looked like he couldn't take another suplex. AJ, the DB dancing around, avoided Brock was annoying.
I
Says
thought that was
Texas
funny.
legend. AJ's
Oh, that's
match. AJ and Brock. Everybody gets sympathy when Brock beats on you. Yeah, Styles was better in my opinion. Daniel Bryan versus Brock. AJ. Uh, what else? Why did they turn Bryan Hill? Imagine the sympathy he would have gotten for that beating. Yes, that was kind of odd to have him turn Hill and then have him face Brock because
well,
I
he
don't
was
know.
still getting the sympathy though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
he
he was
still is, but
still getting the
I
cheers.
thought it would have been more. I don't know. It just would have been different. I think it was
See,
just
I
weird to
liked it.
see him out there as Hill.
See, I liked him come out there, start yesing it, then don't do it, and then start walking down. I mean, it was I kind of like this, and he needed something different. A lot of people were complaining, "Oh, Daniel Bryan's not that he's stale, he's boring," and now people are complaining that they did turn him heel, and it's like, I guess you can't win with some
He
people,
did get
but
boost. He did get boost tonight too, which was
but
kind
he
of
also was
strange.
getting cheered during that match
Yeah,
towards the
yeah,
end
no
because
hit
yeah,
chance either. Just got back from Survivor Series. So cool. Nia Jax was booed loudly. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, it was awesome. Seth Rollins' match was awesome. Raw tag team, super entertaining. Oh, okay. All right, all right. What about the main event? What did you think of the main event, Alex? Since you were there live, curious to hear what you thought of the main event. But yeah, all right. Two questions for you, Dave. I'm gonna go to the Twitter poll on. I put out what
this
did
is
they think
interesting.
of the Rousey and Charlotte Flair match. All right.
Okay,
I'm trying
so
to
you want me to
result.
answer
I'm
that?
trying to
Like,
stall. Trying to stall. Find the
oh,
results.
okay.
Hold on. Hold
See,
on. Hold
I would put it over as like I liked it, even though I can see people hated the
on.
finish
Okay.
because they want finishes.
68% loved it. 15% liked it, and 17% hated it. Barbarucci said he did need something differently, honestly, because his comeback being all nice wasn't cutting it. Geez, I miss John Cena, says Red Sox fan. Wow, that's something I thought I would never hear. I like heel Daniel Bryan, says Bliss. Daniel's movements and mannerisms would have been different in this match. Yes. Who would you like to see Brock wrestle? Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley.
Leo
Brock
Rush.
Brock's like Cena always pulls off some superhuman nonsense at the end. Yeah, AJ and Brock was better only because in the beginning of Daniel and Brock, it was boring. fair point. Fair point.
See, I think that was just Daniel being, just being the heel a little bit, taunting Brock, running away. Because what else is he supposed to do? He's gonna stand there and just go toe to toe with Brock like that. He did eventually, but he's trying to stall for time and do stuff.
I thought the Enzo cameo was pretty silly. I'm not sure what he gets out of that. Probably not going to be able to come back to WWE anytime soon. Last match was okay, not great. LA crowd was pretty quiet, not a lot of yes chants. Well, he's a heel now, so that's probably why not. Yeah, there you go, Architect. Yeah, Tony. Fun fact: John Cena, a Red Sox fan. Oh, that's something to be proud of, I guess. Oh yeah, don't forget we will be getting Dean versus Seth at TLC. Yes, that should be a good one. All right, so this was a kind of what? Ask WWE or on our Twitter, ask WWE, asked on our Twitter, what did you think of Survivor Series? And someone just voted right now. And that's crazy because now it's a tie. 45% loved, 45% liked and hated it. Only 10% loved it. Kind of shocking.
The main event?
Oh, of Survivor Series.
In
general. What did you think
of
Survivor Series as a rating? 1 through 5, of course. Get your rating fingers ready, as I like to say. What did you think of Survivor Series, and what was your match of the night?
I thought Survivor Series was a lot. I think this is what happens. We don't go into the show expecting it to be really that good, and to me, I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed Survivor Series from top to bottom. I mean, I guess I would rate it. I'll give it a 4. Because yes, there's some improvements. There was some little stuff I could have done without, but especially I didn't like the fact that how Raw had to win every freaking match. But whatever. But people are gonna hate this and hate me saying this, but especially Texas Kid's really gonna hate this. But my favorite match of the night was the main event. That was my match of the night.
All right, I put that on the poll. What was the match of the night? 14% Lesnar and Bryan. 18% other, so any other of the matches on Survivor Series. 23% Nakamura versus Rollins, and the match of the night by the majority, 45%, Charlotte versus Rousey.
Oh, wow. Was that mainly for them Charlotte beating the crap out of Ronda?
I'm not sure. It could have been, but I think it must. I really enjoyed the Rousey and Charlotte fight, and me personally, I'll eat crow. I shitted on this match. I shitted on I've not really shitted on the match, but I've been very negative towards Ronda Rousey on the microphone, and in the ring. I thought this looked sloppy in the ring, but tonight she did a really good job. Yes, granted, she was in with Charlotte Flair. Yes, one of the better workers in the WWE. So you kind of had to expect that it was going to be a good match. But Rousey sold her ass off tonight with the spear and all that. I thought Rousey did a pretty good job. And when the spotlight is on her, for the most part, she delivers.
Yeah, I thought the match was great too. I mean, it was fun. But yeah, I thought it was a good match. They both looked really good out there in the match. And then, but you can go back to the old way. You still got no finish in the match, really. So you didn't get the beat down, don't get me wrong. But yeah, but I chose the main event because it was way better than I thought it would be. I just thought it was going to be Suplex City, and that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I want to thank everybody who came in here tonight and showed us support with the Super Hearts and Speeds. Jeffrey Cross, as always, and Juanito. Remember, guys, we are going to be live again on Tuesday night after SmackDown Live shuts off air. Give you guys recapping of Raw and SmackDown Live and any news coming out of those two shows, according to Alice from the chat room. Shane McMahon tweeted that things are coming to SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live might be a must-see show this Tuesday night. We should expect WWE giving SmackDown the finger when it comes to the brand when pay-per-views got. Yeah, exactly. And also, which is weird, they're in LA. You had to probably expect Fox executives are there. And seeing that SmackDown is going to be on Fox next year, you would have thought maybe SmackDown Live would have gotten some of the wins tonight, but no. There's your product, Fox. This is who you're getting next year. Hope you like it.
I
Clean
disagree.
sweep.
I disagree with you there. Okay, everyone who won tonight will probably be on SmackDown next year. I'm sorry, they'll all be on SmackDown next year. So there you go. There's your team, Fox. Team Raw. Everyone who wrestled for Raw will probably be on SmackDown.
It was definitely an interesting Survivor Series, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I really did. The Raw Tag Team match versus SmackDown was the best, says Ella Chica. Wow. Okay. Are you going to do predictions for Starrcade? Yes. I mean, sure. I mean, we can. I didn't know that was going to be a show that you guys were going to be very interested in. I know they're going to show an hour of it on the WWE Network.
I don't know, but is that really worth doing? Most of the matches we can't even watch, so we'll probably only get see the main event, and that'll be about it.
We can talk about it and go over the matches and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess sure. Why not? So you see our TV shows, you like it. Good. You're not getting that for pay-per-views though. Exactly, Bob Aruski. It's just weird that SmackDown didn't win one match, and the one match that they did win, it didn't count.
Yeah, they could have won a couple of them and done something because, SmackDown, at least last year they won a couple matches last year.
Oh, you're breaking up, Dave.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was saying just last year, at least they won a couple matches, I believe.
Yeah, it is what it is. So for the most part, it seemed like everybody in the chat room enjoyed the show. 3.5 from Truth and Loyalty, 4.5 from Jody Mania. Baron Catino says Charlotte carried Rousey. Let's see what else. 2.5 stars for Rousey beatdown. 1 for Daniel Bryan at 10th. The rest of the show was crap, says Bliss. Oh, 2 star, 1 star for Rousey beatdown, 1 for Daniel Bryan at 10th. The rest of the show was crap. Damn. 3.5, B minus, 4 out of 5. Man, a lot of you guys are kind of in between on the mat.
I got a question.
All right, and I'm sure on the show. Excuse me.
I got a question for everyone. Okay. Is everyone, you too, Tony, is everyone sick of these Raw versus SmackDown matches? Would they prefer just to make it a regular pay-per-view and title matches? Did we even talk about? Yeah, we did. Okay. I forgot. We talked about the Cruiserweight match, but we did. Yes. But yeah, are we sick? Are people sick of this whole Raw versus SmackDown? Would you rather have maybe Survivor Series matches, but also throw in some real matches too that mean something? Because really, did this show really mean anything? It didn't. It was kind of a meaningless show in a way.
Yeah, it was kind of a meaningless show for the most part. I'm not sure what the technical difficulties is. I know Dave hurt himself, so he's kind of wrapped up in his room right now. So maybe where he's at, the connection isn't that great. So it could be that. Usually we don't really have too bad technical difficulties on Dave's side, but last 2 nights we've had. But at least for the most part, the show was listenable. You guys heard Dave for the most part, so we do appreciate everybody joining us. Bragging rights are pointless. Yeah, I don't mind it because for the most, we're gonna see matches we may not ever see before. But yeah, it is a little bit played out when there's actually.
Yeah, I mean, would you have? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wouldn't you have rather, like we used to see, you still got Survivor Series matches, but also we have like Buried Alive matches like Undertaker and whoever, and the classic everyone loves to talk about, which we just had the anniversary for. Brett and Shawn, even though it was a crap fest for that thing, but it was still a WWE Championship match. You still had those matches that made the pay-per-view mean something. I mean, why couldn't Ronda put the title on the line? I mean, it didn't really matter. It wasn't like, something. It would have been much better if Brock Lesnar was defending the title tonight. Daniel Bryan was defending his title tonight. And what's next for Daniel Bryan? Is it AJ Styles? I mean, other stuff like that. I mean, it's just...
You would have to...
Where do we go from here?
AJ gets his rematch at TLC. Raw versus SmackDown would be good if SmackDown would have won the whole thing. The brand split will likely end when the Fox deal starts. Yeah, it's always Raw winning it. For the majority of the time, Raw wins.
Yeah,
This
that's what's funny to me because Raw doesn't need it. Yes, everyone knows
no,
Raw
no,
is the
little Zay,
flagship show.
no, little Zay, you got that mixed up. The people that are in last in the Royal Rumble are the winners of the mixed match challenge. The winners of the mixed match challenge are the last in the Royal Rumble of their
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. So if, like, so for example, if Styles and Charlotte win, Charlotte and Styles will be number 30 in
How
the
crazy
Royal.
would that be if that happens? If AJ Styles gets that, that'd be funny. But yeah,
Isn't it funny? HBK is on the Marine 5 after he got beat up by 5 Marines like 20 years ago.
I remember that still hearing that.
I don't find anything funny about someone getting beat up and almost dying. All right, that's not funny, Red Sox
Well,
fans.
maybe a certain
I hope
someone
David
shouldn't
Ortiz
be.
gets beat up by 5 Marines. How about that?
Okay,
What do you think?
Tony. Maybe a certain someone shouldn't be trying to dance and sleep with their girlfriend either.
Now we'll see. Those are all rumors and innuendos. All right, we don't touch on those on this show. Okay, that's for Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. All right, they touch on innuendos and rumors and stuff like that. So yeah, what was the 3 stories before we get to the end of the night? Do the quick little shout outs to anybody. What is if there is even 3 stories? What is the 3 stories coming out of Survivor Series in your opinion?
I guess right now it would be Charlotte. It would be what's going on since this tonight. When we found out what the Shane thing, that'd be interesting. And I guess Baron Corbin and Strowman, and to me, other stuff. If you really want to talk about it, I mean, is like what is up with? We still don't know what is up with this heel turn of Daniel Bryan. We don't know what's up with that. We don't know. He hasn't done no interviews, said nothing. All he's done is smile and not do his little yes chant things. And I mean, yeah, I guess that's pretty much the stories going in for tomorrow and for Tuesday. So, I mean, are you excited about these next 2 days? I kind of am to see what happens.
Who has seen the Marine 6? How is it? I would love to know how good it is. And with HBK, man, that's got to probably be the best Marine made, I would assume. SmackDown is officially the B show now. Yeah, technically, yes. For getting just absolutely destroyed. Does Corbin get promoted to full-time GM for getting the sweep? That's another good question. We'll find out tomorrow night when Stephanie McMahon probably opens up Raw, I would
Does
assume.
Paige get fired?
Tony, me and you got heat. Oh, because I said something about David Ortiz.
Who's David Ortiz?
You don't know. Come on, Dave. David Ortiz, Big Poppy.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was getting
because he said
confused.
about the Marines beating up Sean. I said I hope Marines beat up David Ortiz. He didn't write that.
Okay, I got confused. I couldn't remember. I didn't know we were. I was trying to think who's David Ortiz. But yeah. Hey, a big shout out to the guy in the crowd. What's up at tonight's show?
Oh yeah,
Because
and
you see that sign?
what's no, I don't.
This guy in the crowd had a sign that says "Hi, David,"
No.
and I said hi. How's
Oh,
it
does
going?
Paige get fired? That's another good one. Does Paige get fired?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you
Yeah,
say that.
I literally just said that. Yeah, I said, yeah, Paige goes, look at that, things are changing, and Paige, look at the other side of that.
Look at the
Baron
mods.
Corbin, Baron Corbin went 6-0. Paige went 0-6.
Yeah. So some heads are gonna be turning on
Heads are gonna
Raw,
roll.
and we cannot wait till tomorrow night. So don't forget to join us on Tuesday when we are live right after SmackDown Live. And if you're new to the show, please go and hit that follow button on Periscope. We'd really appreciate that. And also, if you haven't already, go over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, everybody, in December, we are going to be doing a big Christmas giveaway. And the only way you can be in that drawing is if you are a subscriber on our YouTube channel. It's not going to be just a t-shirt this time, guys. I mean, it's going to be a big gift little drop from us. I call it the Get to Tables
The gift of
package.
Tony.
Yeah, the gift of Tony, I should say, or whatever have you. It's going to be a good little, gift cards, wrestling shirts, all, just a special thank you to guys for following us and interacting with us on a weekly basis that we are live here. And don't forget, everybody, We are planning on being live Christmas Day. I know Christmas Day falls on Tuesday, but there might not even be anything going on wrestling wise. But we probably will even stop by and say hello on a Tuesday just to keep our streak going on a weekly
Yeah,
basis.
because
So
those shows are going to suck, honestly. I mean, they all it's either Christmas Day. Of course, those two shows are probably going to suck on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
yeah, so looking forward to the next couple of weeks with you guys. TLC is in 1 month, so we got some time to relax and chill and enjoy some hopefully storyline development. We only have one match announced currently, and that's Seth Rollins taking on Dean Ambrose for the IC Championship. So that should be a good one when it happens.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, for the millionth time.
Giveaway will be the worst loot crate Tony has received in the last 3 months. No, 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 no. I'm down for the Christmas. All right, maybe we'll take some phone calls as well. That'd be got some things in line for the Christmas show. So I hope you guys can join us if you can. If you can't, I
Yeah,
obviously understand.
this is not confirmed yet, but we're in negotiations.
But
Santa Claus might be coming by.
Santa Claus has informed me that he might be stopping by the show. He told me last year that he will make it a special appearance. So Santa Claus himself might say hello on the show. So if you have kids that want to see Santa, this is a show that you might want to be coming on and saying hello to him because he might make a special appearance on the Get the Tables podcast. So hope you
We'll have
guys
to
can
ask him.
you can yeah, you can
We'll
ask
have
him
to ask him about
your
his
thoughts.
route.
Yeah, you can think you can ask him his thoughts on the situation going on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So that should be good. Are we doing a secret Santa? No. If y'all want to, we have quite too many followers to do a secret Santa. That'd be just absolutely I couldn't even do that. Hopefully he doesn't catch a stunner. He might catch a super kick though. All right, so let's say a special shout out to Adam Awesome, Bob Aruski, the architect, Kevin, Ella Chica, who joined us live after she was at Survivor Series, Texas Kid for Life, who was silent the whole show, but thank you for joining us
He's
anyways.
crying in the corner.
Truth and Loyalty, Alice, Jeffrey Cross, as always, Red Sox fan, Bliss, Chris, Mats fan, Ted, Jody Mania. If I missed you guys, please say hello in the chat room so I can say the proper hello. Will you be just DX? I don't say any stuff like that. You're just gonna have to wait and find out. Um,
Oh,
if
we
I
didn't
missed
ask
you
the
in the
number
show,
one question.
what's the number one? Oh, Peck and Rod, what's up, dude? What's the number one question?
Do we really want to ask this question though? I mean, it's what show is better?
Oh, no, I don't want to ask that. What was the comment, Red Sox fan? I didn't see it. What about Oh, Brett, see, there you go. Catino. I didn't see your name in the chat. Brandon Catino in there, as always, the main man, the main squeeze. He said
Main
he'll
squeeze.
main squeeze, yes. He always
Okay.
forgets. I do not. Saying Rollins' match was better than Black and Gargano. Oh, right. Right. What do you think about that?
What?
Was the Nakamura and Rollins match better than the Gargano and Black match?
No, it's two different matches. It's two different styles. One was a classic hard hitting wrestling match. Don't get me wrong. That was as close to you're gonna get as a classic wrestling match with. I was surprised how long they got and how they went. And the match actually was kind of boring at parts, but it did pick up at the end, like you said. To me, that match last night was hard hitting, stiff, and fun as hell.
Oh my God. Here we got a special exclusive interview with Mike Chiodo. Chiodo, everybody, listen. Well, they're putting, yeah, the ref, yes.
Huh?
Oh, you can't hear the voice? You can't hear him
No, I don't
talking?
hear no. I don't hear
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, it's Mike Chioda talking about Daniel Bryan, how he just wasn't himself in this match. It was a different Daniel Bryan
I don't know
that
who that is.
he's never seen Daniel Bryan like. It's Mike Chioda, the referee that was in the match. So I was gonna play it, but he talks so low like this, you can't really even understand what he's
Yeah,
saying.
that yeah, his voice is really strange because I remember hearing Brock, get in here, Brock.
He's talking about Daniel Bryan and how he was thinking about stopping the match and how he never seen Daniel Bryan quite like this before, and it was a different Daniel Bryan in that ring tonight. So if you want to see it, it's on their Twitter. They just posted it about 15 minutes ago. I thought we were going to
Yeah, I
try to.
see. They also got this one thing up posted 29 minutes ago. It says Daniel Bryan leaves Survivor Series with an evil grin.
The whole watch out. So yeah, so Daniel Bryan's getting put over right now. So definitely going to check out SmackDown Live on Tuesday. I think it's going to be a
Yeah,
must
what is?
show.
Yeah, I mean, what are people more looking forward to? Raw tomorrow night with a more boring Rollins and Ambrose stuff, or are you looking forward to seeing kind of what happens with SmackDown with Daniel Bryan, with Shane McMahon, with Charlotte? To me, the storylines are more SmackDown than Raw, if anything.
No, DX. It's on their Twitter page. It's on their Twitter page right now.
YouTube. Oh, I'll say it's also on the YouTube page too,
Oh, it is on their YouTube
or
page. There you
channel.
go, DX. It is on their YouTube. There you go. Bizarre one. You answered this question for me. So, all right, everybody, we're going to wrap up the show tonight. Thank you again one more time. Bob Aruski, Peckinrod, Mr. Five Star, Kevin, Ellie, excuse me, Texas Kid for Life, Anthony Alice, Jeffrey Cross, Red Sox fan, Bliss, Adrian Bennett, Chris the Loser. I probably just butchered her name, and I apologize. Oct, Ted, Brandon Cantino, Brandon After, Bliss Side. Who else was in here? Spees, Juanito, Little Zay says he's looking forward to SmackDown Live. More SmackDown hell getting raised after getting embarrassed. Yes. It's going to be an interesting show on Tuesday night. So thank you,
Oh,
everybody, for joining us. Oh, what, Dave? One more thought.
really quick. This is the last thing I'll say. We can blame the Usos for the SmackDown's bad showing tonight because after their match, they said SmackDown is the A show.
Oh, you're breaking up.
I'll just
You were
say,
breaking up the whole time.
uh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, no, you're breaking up badly. Can't hear you.
All right, go ahead and end it. It's fine.
Before we go, will we get any other call ups besides Lars? No, I think Lars is the only one that's going to be called up unless we see a shocker on 205 Live. But yeah, that's going to wrap up tonight's show. I think OBS is starting to act up. I can tell on the screen on Periscope. So we're going to go ahead and end tonight's show before Periscope cuts us off. I'm not Periscope, excuse me. OBS cuts us off. See, there it goes. OBS froze. That's why nobody was able to hear what you said. Dave is in a rocket ship. Yeah, he was breaking up pretty bad. And I think it might have been OBS too. So we're going to end tonight's show since OBS is starting to kind of crap up on us. Thank you again for joining us. We'll be live with you guys on Tuesday night. Over 1,900 people came in here tonight. If you're new to the show and hit that follow button, thank you very much. Again, thank you for the loyal support you guys always give us. Thank you for the mods blocking all those porn bots and the trolls. Really do appreciate you guys working hard out there. And thank you, everyone, for coming out here. We're going to end tonight's show with some Brock Lesnar. Again, thank you very, very much. You guys kick ass, and we can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday. Thanksgiving week, everybody. Enjoy your day, everybody, and have a safe Monday because we want to see you Tuesday night. See you
Go
tomorrow night
Lions.
live Monday Night Raw tweeting, everybody. Have a good one, everyone. Oh, trying to. Oh my God! Here it is. Nope, no, I lost. Oh no! Oh wait.
Okay.
I just fucked it up. I can't find the YouTube. Oh, oh God. I'm look. Oh, oh. This is not happening, folks. Just ignore it. Just ignore. Oh, oh. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes, everybody.